In our hyper-connected world, dramatic stories about chaos can spread like wildfire. A single tweet or video can spark a global conversation, fueling anxiety and speculation in a matter of hours. The digital age amplifies every rumor, every shocking image, until it feels like the world is teetering on the edge of disaster. Lately, rumors have surged online claiming China is facing a catastrophic collapse. Hundreds of dams destroyed, cities flooded, electric vehicles bursting into flames. These stories are shared and reshared, each time growing more dramatic, painting a picture of a country in freefall. These viral narratives suggest a nation on the brink, its infrastructure crumbling under the weight of past excess. The message is clear: China's rapid growth has come at a steep cost, and now the bill is due. The images are striking: torrents of water, burning cars, and headlines warning of disaster. They're designed to shock, to grab attention, and to make us question what's really happening on the ground. It's easy to believe that where there's smoke, there's fire. Our instincts tell us that so many alarming stories must mean something is truly wrong. The story is simple: China built too much, too fast, and now it's paying the price. It's a narrative that's easy to accept, especially when the visuals seem to confirm our worst fears. But reality is rarely so black and white. For every image of disaster, there are countless moments of normalcy, resilience, and recovery that go unseen. Are these events truly connected? Is the destruction of dams a sign of failure or something else entirely? Sometimes, what looks like chaos is actually part of a larger, more thoughtful plan. As of August 2025, it's crucial to separate fact from fiction. The truth is often more complex and more interesting than the rumors suggest. This video will dig into the real reasons behind the dam removals, the environmental context, and the truth behind those viral images. We'll look at the science, the policy, and the people making these decisions. We'll explore what actually happened, why, and what it means for China's future. The answers may surprise you, challenging the simple stories we see online. The real story isn't about sudden collapse. It's about a nation making tough choices for its environment and future. It's about adaptation, resilience, and the ongoing struggle to balance growth with sustainability. Let's uncover the facts behind the headlines and see what's really happening beneath the surface of the viral storm. News of China demolishing 300 dams might sound shocking at first, raising questions and concerns about water security, energy supply, and the country's development priorities. But the reality is far from a crisis. In fact, it's a story of renewal and environmental responsibility. These weren't the massive, iconic dams like the Three Gorges or other major hydroelectric projects that power millions of homes. Instead, most were small, outdated hydropower stations scattered along the Chishui River and its tributaries. Many built decades ago, now producing little energy. By late 2024, China had systematically dismantled these structures as part of a sweeping river restoration project, involving careful planning and coordination across multiple provinces. The goal? To heal a river ecosystem that had been fragmented for years by hundreds of artificial barriers, which disrupted the natural flow and health of the river. These small dams blocked water flow, trapped sediment, and prevented fish from migrating upstream to spawn, threatening the survival of native species and the livelihoods of local communities. The electricity they produced was minimal, often just enough for a handful of homes, while the ecological damage was widespread and long-lasting. This marks a significant shift in policy. China is now prioritizing environmental health and river restoration over outdated development models that no longer serve the public good. Scientists, environmentalists, and local communities pushed for this change, and for once, the government listened, launching the world's largest river restoration effort. The removal of these dams is about correcting past mistakes, restoring natural habitats, and giving rivers and the people and wildlife that depend on them a second chance. It's the world's largest river restoration project, drawing international attention and signaling a new kind of progress, one that values nature as much as infrastructure. Sometimes tearing down is the first step to building something better, and in this case, it's about building a healthier future for both people and the planet. The Chishui River, or Red River, was once choked by over 350 small dams and nearly 400 hydropower stations. The restoration project aimed to reconnect the river, letting it flow freely for the first time in decades. Engineers carefully dismantled the dams to avoid environmental harm, prioritizing ecological goals over small-scale energy. By the end of 2024, the Chishui's natural rhythm returned. Water levels fluctuated with the seasons, sediments nourished the banks, and water quality soared. Riverside vegetation and wildlife rebounded quickly. The Chishui is now a model for river restoration, showing how quickly nature can heal. This project isn't just about one river, it's a blueprint for ecological recovery worldwide. The success proves that reversing decades of damage is possible with commitment and planning. The Chishui's rebirth is a testament to forward-thinking environmental strategy. Development and nature don't have to be in conflict. The most inspiring result of the Chishui project is the remarkable comeback of the Yangtze sturgeon, a species once thought to be lost forever. Once declared extinct in the wild, this ancient fish lost its migration routes to dams, which blocked their natural pathways and disrupted their life cycle. The Chishui was a key spawning ground for the sturgeon. Now, with barriers removed, scientists have released thousands of hatchery-bred sturgeon into the river, giving them a new lease on life. In April 2025, the impossible happened. Wild sturgeon spawned naturally in the Chishui for the first time in 25 years, marking a historic moment in conservation. This wasn't just a scientific win, it was a symbol of hope and resilience for the entire community, showing that dedicated efforts can yield extraordinary results. The dam removals didn't destroy the ecosystem. Instead, they revived a species that was on the brink of extinction, proving the power of restoration. The sturgeon's return is a powerful counter to collapse narratives, showing that nature can bounce back if given the chance. It demonstrates that bold and decisive restoration efforts can bring back what was thought lost forever, rejuvenating entire ecosystems. Conservationists across China are energized by this success, inspired to continue their work with renewed vigor and hope. The Chishui's story is now a beacon for river restoration efforts everywhere, serving as a model for what can be achieved. Sometimes healing a river means saving a species, and in doing so, we save a part of our natural heritage. The viral stories of flooded cities and burning cars are pure misinformation. The 300 removed dams were small, rural, and nowhere near major cities. Their demolition was gradual and controlled, specifically to prevent flooding. Images of urban floods are from unrelated storms, not dam removals. Claims linking dam projects to electric vehicle fires are baseless. EV battery fires are a global issue unrelated to river management. Dramatic videos are stitched together to create a false sense of chaos. This is classic digital age misinformation, exciting but untrue. The real story is less dramatic but far more important. A country working to fix environmental mistakes. Credible sources confirm no cities were flooded, no chaos unleashed. The Chishui project was a managed scientific success. Don't let viral rumors distract from real progress. The Chishui dam removals are part of a bigger shift in China's environmental policy. After decades of prioritizing growth over nature, China is now embracing ecological civilization. The 10-year fishing ban on the Yangtze, launched in 2020, aims to restore fish populations devastated by overfishing and habitat loss. Dam removals and fishing bans work together, restoring rivers and giving aquatic life a chance to recover. Stricter rules now govern sand mining and new infrastructure near rivers, with tough environmental assessments required. This marks a dramatic change from the past, when development always came first. The Chishui project is a key piece of a long-term strategy to save the Yangtze. China's new path is challenging, but the commitment is real. The restoration of the Chishui is a visible sign of this national priority. While restoring the Chishui, China is also planning the world's largest dam on the Yarlung Zangbo River in Tibet. This river becomes the Brahmaputra, vital for millions in India and Bangladesh. The mega dam, costing $170 billion, would generate more power than any other hydropower plant. China sees it as a way to meet climate goals and boost Tibet's economy. But the risks are huge: earthquakes, landslides, and potential catastrophe for downstream communities. Scientists warn the environmental and safety stakes are enormous. China's approach is complex, leading in restoration on one river, building mega projects on another. The dual strategy highlights the country's struggle to balance energy, environment, and development. It's a story of ambition and contradiction. The Yarlung Zangbo megadam is a geopolitical flashpoint. India and Bangladesh depend on the Brahmaputra for water, food, and livelihoods. They fear China could control the river's flow, creating droughts or floods downstream. The lack of water-sharing agreements fuels mistrust, especially given past border disputes. Environmental worries are just as serious. Dams trap sediment, threatening agriculture and ecosystems in India and Bangladesh. India is now planning its own dams, raising the risk of a dam race in a fragile region. The contrast with the cooperative Chishui restoration is stark. Water can unite or divide nations. The rumors of China's collapse are just that, rumors, not reality. The demolition of 300 dams was a landmark in environmental restoration, not a sign of failure. The return of the Yangtze sturgeon proves the power of bold ecological action. Viral stories of chaos are fueled by misinformation, not facts. China's environmental journey is full of contradictions, restoring one river, damming another. The country is balancing clean energy, development, and environmental protection all at once. There's no simple story here, only complexity and transformation. The Chishui is a symbol of healing, the Yarlung Zangbo of ambition and risk. Navigating this path will define China's future. The real story is not collapse but profound change. Don't believe the whispers, look at the facts on the ground.